Morning students. Today we will see class 10 lesson number 1 chemical reaction and the equation. So during this chemical reaction and the equation we see day to day life example. So what are those examples? If we see like fermentation of the food. Fermentation of food. So this is called chemical reaction. Second example, if we keep the iron pan exposed to air or the moisture, then you must have experienced like your bicycle ring also get corroded. Digestion of food. So this is the example of chemical reaction. Next, respiration, biological activity. So this is also the example of chemical reaction. During this chemical reaction, what happens? So during fermentation process, so there is the formation of alcohol. The product is very different than the reactant. When iron pan, Fe stands for iron, when iron pan is exposed to air, then it converts into iron oxide. Iron oxide is very different from this iron. Properties are different. During digestion of food as well as cooking of food, so the food gets converted into a different product, new product. And during respiration, oxygen combines with hemoglobin to form oxyhemoglobin, and further in the cell, so this oxygen converts glucose into byproducts like carbon dioxide and the water. So these are the day-to-day life examples wherein main reactant converts into a very different product. So that is why we call as chemical reaction. Chemical reaction means what? Is a reaction between the reactant to form the new product. Now let's see example. Next we will see certain activities. So on the basis of which we will decide that these are the chemical reactions. So take first activity number 1.1. So in this 1.1 activity, the magnesium ribbon is taken, and this magnesium is bonded with oxygen. So it gives magnesium oxide. So this magnesium and the magnesium oxide, the properties are different. So this magnesium is grayish color, and this oxygen when combined with it in presence of heat of obtained from the candle or the Bunsen burner, so it forms the magnesium oxide. So this magnesium oxide is a ash and it is the metal. So when we burn, so this magnesium ribbon, one part, so in presence of burning candle, so it produces ash. If you tilt this, you will get the ash. So this ash is nothing but the magnesium oxide. So this is the white ash form. Here while burning this ribbon, so there occur formation of a bright flame. There occur formation of a bright or a dazzling flame. That means magnesium ribbon burn with a bright flame. So during this burning, what is the purpose of showing this burning of magnesium? So purpose is that to understand this chemical reaction. That means between magnesium and the oxygen, so there occur formation of a chemical compound which is new having different properties. So in this way, this magnesium ribbon burns with in presence of candle flame, gives bright flame and magnesium oxide as a byproduct. So this magnesium oxide, if we dissolve in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. So you must be knowing that what are the properties of the magnesium hydroxide is basic in nature. Now in the second example, in the second activity, we will see the lead nitrate and potassium iodide when combined. If we take lead nitrate PbNO3, it is very important to understand some of the names of the formulas. This is called a lead nitrate. So this lead nitrate is treated with a potassium iodide. So on mixing these two, on treating this reaction, so we get lead iodide. So this is yellow color precipitate, we generally show in this way, and there occur formation of plus KNO3 potassium nitrate. So during this chemical reaction, lead nitrate when react with potassium iodide, the aqueous solution of both on reacting, it forms the yellow color precipitate which remains settled down at the bottom of the test tube. If you take, so this is the lead nitrate plus potassium iodide, and we will get this product in the one test tube. So in the one test tube at the bottom we will find formation of a PbI2, that is yellow color precipitate. Yellow color PPT. PPT in short is called precipitate. Now here this is the reaction which indicate that these two reactant, that is lead nitrate and the potassium iodide, on reacting with each other, so it forms this lead iodide as a yellow precipitate. So during this chemical reaction, this change has come, that is yellow color. That means on the basis of yellow color we can say that the reaction has taken place with the formation of potassium nitrate. So we'll go ahead with the third activity. Let's take now zinc granule in a conical flask, and the zinc granules are treated with the acid, either hydrochloric acid or a sulfuric acid. Now let's see in activity number 1.3. So take a conical flask. So this is very important instrument in the laboratory in which we can carry out the reactions. Take some water, add hydrochloric acid. Generally we add dilute hydrochloric acid, and in the hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, so we add few granules of zinc granule. So this zinc granule, as soon as we add over here, there are a reaction between the zinc when reacts with HCl, it produces ZnCl2 plus H2 gas. It liberates hydrogen gas. So during this reaction, HCl reacts with this zinc. Zinc is the solid, it is in solid form. HCl is aqueous solution in water. It forms zinc chloride, one of the salt which is soluble in water, and then we get hydrogen gas which liberate out. So during this reaction, so in all the three examples we have seen some changes happen during the chemical reaction. What are those changes during the chemical reaction? That means whenever the chemical reaction takes place, so reactants react with each other to form new product, and whether the new product has formed or not formed, so we identify on the basis of certain observations. So what are the observations of chemical reactions? Let's see those observations of chemical reaction. Number one, so we can find the change in the state of a matter. That means change in state of a chemical reaction. You must have seen that lead PbI2, lead iodide. Initially it was in solution form, means liquid form. Now it is in solid form, precipitate form. Sometimes we see the change in color. So during chemical reaction, change in color takes place. As the color was in the beginning colorless, and now here it became yellow in color. And many reactions, there are several changes takes place. Change in temperature. That means if you take a test tube, so there will be change in the temperature. So temperature change means, so heat will liberate. In some of the reactions are exothermic, so amount of heat will liberate, and that heat will increase the temperature. Such several changes we find, and sometimes there are formation of a gas. Formation of gas. So this is what, these are some of the observations during chemical reaction. That means on what basis we will say that the chemical reaction has taken place. So chemical reaction has taken place on the basis of these changes. That means these changes we will observe, then only we can confirm that the reaction is taking place or has taken place. Thank you. Now let's see chemical equation, another topic. What is chemical equation? You know, in mathematics you learn equation. So it is the reaction whose both the sides, left hand side and right hand sides, are balanced. So chemical reaction is a reaction whose left and right side is balanced. That means that reaction is also called the equation. Now here we see magnesium. This is a word equation. Here we also call the word equation. So during this word equation, magnesium when reacts with oxygen, it produces magnesium oxide. Now this word equation, what we have written, so it is lengthy. So this much part of the chemical reaction, this is what arrow I am putting over here. Now this much part is called reactant, and this part of the equation is called product. That means during chemical equation, that means this lengthy example, that magnesium in word we have written, oxygen in word we have written, then we got after the arrow magnesium oxide. So this side is called the left hand side of the reaction, and this side is called a right hand side of the reaction. So while writing this, we generally write plus sign between the reactant and between the product. If you convert this in the form of symbolic presentation, magnesium plus oxygen, arrow, and then it forms magnesium oxide, then this is what symbolic presentation of the chemical reaction, and this one is called word form of reaction. Now let's see writing a chemical equation. Writing a chemical equation. You must be knowing in the previous example we have seen. So magnesium when we write along with oxygen, it gives magnesium oxide. So this is the left hand side of the reaction, and this is the right hand side of the reaction. So while writing, so we need to know the number of atoms involved and their masses involved on the left hand side, and number of atoms and the masses involved on the right hand side. So during this chemical reaction, so there occur a formation of a magnesium oxide. But how to write the chemical equation? Whenever we are writing the chemical equation, we must represent it in a symbolic form. Chemical reaction is a symbolic representation of the chemical compound present in the reaction. So what do you mean by chemical reaction? Chemical reaction, it is the symbolic representation of chemical formulas in a reaction. It is simply the symbolic representation. That means whatever the word reaction we write, so these are the symbolic representation of the word reaction, and simply it is called the symbolic representation of the chemical formula is called the chemical reaction.